Welcome to today's 2-minute sales tip with Tim. Recently, I was approached by a sales rep. They were prospecting, and I happened to be on their prospecting list. And this rep had a pretty interesting sales story about a service that they offered, and I found myself wanting to learn a bit more. So I agreed to an initial discovery meeting. The rep and I decided on a date and time that would work for both of us, and then the rep immediately sent me a meeting invite, which I accepted. But then things began to fall apart because then each and every day the rep was sending to me a meeting confirmation for a meeting that I had already agreed to and already accepted the invite. So what happens? I start to ignore these messages, right? I get enough email just like you and everybody else on the planet. I don't need more email, so I start to ignore the messages. Well, what happens is right before we are scheduled to get on the phone, the rep realizes that they've been double booked and they need to reschedule the meeting. So the rep sends out another email, this time suggesting an alternate time and date for us to get together. But what do? I ignore it because it looks just like every other meeting invite this rep has been sending to me. So then the rep eventually reaches out and calls and says, "Hey, what can we do? Can we reschedule?" And that was it. I tapped out. I just tapped out because I'd had enough. I didn't have the time, energy, or patience to deal with this type of seller. So I felt bad because this is really not how business should work. So I put together an unsolicited email to the rep and sent them to it because I'd hated to end it on a sour note, and I really wanted to help this seller become better at what they did. Here are the 3 things I suggested this seller consider. Number 1, don't change your commitments with a prospect, right? If you're willing to change commitments with your prospect early in the relationship, it's probably going to happen throughout the relationship. And quite frankly, I don't like to do business with people like this. Number 2, please don't keep emailing me reminders. I'm a grown man. And if I agree to meet with you on a certain date and time, I will be there. The reason I didn't see the whole invite change was because I was being inundated, right? I was basically fatigued by all of the confirmations this rep was sending out. Now, was the rep really sending them out, or did they have some sort of sales stack automation? I don't know, but quite frankly, I don't care. Somebody needs to be on top of that, right? Getting a reminder the day before, getting a reminder an hour before, I have no problem with that. But each and every day, waking up to reminders in my inbox, that's just not going to work. And number 3, finally, don't give your prospects homework assignments. So inside of these reminders, the rep was asking me to watch this video, read this white paper, visit this website. They were giving me homework. When I agree to an initial discovery meeting, that's what it's supposed to be, an initial discovery meeting. And when you start sending me things to do, things to watch, things to see, things to listen to, it sounds a lot like homework. Not just homework, but BS. And I'm not going to listen to your sales pitch until we have an opportunity to go through an actual discovery meeting. I guess I just get suspicious really, really fast. So I hope these 3 tips have helped you. My name is Tim Wackel. Thanks for watching.